Hey, what is up guys? My name is Austin and welcome back to the channel where today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a kind of record restoration type thing. Right here I have one of my dad's old records, Olivia Newton-John's 1974 If You Love Me Let Me Know. This record case is in pretty bad condition. It's pretty ripped and torn almost on three sides. Well, it is on three sides. That little sleeve in there you can probably see is pretty tore up, and the record inside needs a pretty decent cleaning. So, I've done this with quite a few records so far. I'll go ahead and show you one of the ones that I recently did. Most recent one I did was this morning, and it was Marty Robbins' Marty After Midnight. It's a really old record. It's, according to the copyright date on the package, it's from 1962. The record is it's in absolutely beautiful condition. I cleaned it. The box wasn't in, or the cardboard thing wasn't in any bad condition. But, so let's just kind of get straight into it. So first off, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a sound to let you guys know what this record sounds like before I do any cleaning to it or whatever. Alright, here we go. So for those who don't know, hold on, let me fix this camera a little bit. Alright, there we go. So for the record, no pun intended, I'm using a Crosley Discovery, pretty much a Crosley Cruiser, but it's a little bit bigger and I don't know if it's much better. Don't worry, I do plan on getting a new stylus for it, hopefully soon. But for me personally, it sounds pretty good. I'm just going to be using the stock speakers that are on the record player itself. I'm not going to be plugging it into my speaker setup. For instance, here is the record. It's got some fingerprints, some small scratches on it. I'm only going to be playing a small little portion of it so you guys can just get the gist of how the record sounds. Alright, it's spinning. Let's get it a little bit more situated and let it down. Oh, I missed it a little bit. There we go. Alright, so I can't play any more than that, otherwise I'll get DMCA against me. I do not want that. So you could hear it sounded a little bit tinny, and that is a thing that I've noticed with dirty records. They'll have a bit more of a tinny sound. And then when you clean them, that sound kind of goes away. Alright, so one of the first things that I'm going to do is I'm going to fix the box up. I don't know, I keep calling it a box, and I know that's not what it's called. So I'm just going to kind of start with taking everything out. Oh, see, it's even ripping right there. I'll take the record out. And then the the paper sleeve is complete trash. So what I'm going to do with the ripped box is that I'm going to grab this small little staple gun that I have right here, and I'm just going to be very careful and get it around the edges as much as possible, and it'll be fixed up from there. Alright, there we go. We got these staples in. It's looking good, and let's make sure that the record still fits in there. There we go, and it does. Alright, there's the back of it. Gonna see all the staples. It's not the prettiest looking thing, but it works, and it is what I've been using on a bunch of these other record sleeves, record boxes. So next up, I'm going to find a better sleeve, and I know I got an extra one, so I'll go ahead and grab that. So I got this polyethylene sleeve. It's the only one that I have. I mean, I have another plastic one, but it's not nearly as good. This is the only polyethylene extra one that I have. If you can, get these. They're so much better than paper sleeves. I'm working to get a pack of like 100 or 50 or whatever to replace all the ones that are in my records currently. But these things will literally save your records. Alright, so what about the record? How am I going to clean this record and get all these nasty fingerprints off and all the dirt and grime off of the record? Well, it may actually come as a surprise to you, but eyeglass cleaner. This stuff, it works great with dust. You know, it does the exact same thing that it does for your eyeglasses. It picks up dust, gets rid of it, gets rid of dirt, and can help get rid of some static. And a couple microfiber cloth. I have this small white one right here to use to kind of spread the solution around, and then this one to kind of clean it all up. And you obviously want to be extremely careful because vinyl records are extremely fragile, and you don't want to press too hard. You don't want to do none of that. So I'll see you guys when I get one side done. Alright, so the first side done. This is the side that I haven't done yet, and we'll flip around. This is before. That's after. It's a complete world of difference. You can see my reflection like perfectly. It does have this pretty gnarly little scratch, but I didn't hear it when I was playing through the record. So I think I do have records that are like that. You can see just tiny little scratches everywhere, but especially with a record that's this old, it is kind of inevitable. But yeah, let's get the other side. So I'm just going to kind of show you guys how I do this. So this is the other side. I have it sprayed down with the solution, and I'm just going to grab this thing, and I'm just going to go very carefully around, just barely even using the weight of my hand. I'm actually lifting off a little bit, so I'm not even using the weight of my hand. This is how careful I'm being with this. And, if there's a certain spot that just needs a tiny bit of weight, you can do that. I have done that, and it works. It comes out much better. I know there are people who will probably attack me for using this method to clean my records, but it's what I've been doing for quite some time now, and it's been working. It works pretty well. So just get some eyeglass cleaner, spray it on there. So then I'll use this one to kind of, yet again lightly, I'm barely using the weight of my hand. I'll go ahead and move out of frames because this is difficult. And there we have it. The record is completely clean on both sides. It's looking much better now. No fingerprints. Yet again, you saw those small little scratches, but you saw the inner sleeve. So let's set that down gently, and let's put it all back together. Like I said, these sleeves that you can buy on Amazon, I think it's not very expensive. I think you can get a pack of 50 for, I think, around 20 bucks. I can't remember the exact price. There we go. Put that in there. Oop. Yeah, let's not have that slip out. And grab this. I want to have the open side out. Where is that at? Alright. Put that in there lightly. And there we have it. Let's take a listen to how it sounds now. Alright, let's take a listen. See, it sounds just a lot better than it did the first time around. And there you have it. That is this kind of little restoration of this album. You can see it's completely fixed. It's not torn anymore. It has that polyethylene sleeve in there, and it just looks much better, sounds much better. The record is in perfect clean condition. My cleaning method may not be the best, but it's what works, and it's what works for me. I also sometimes will use you use lukewarm water. You will run it under the sink. You get some dish soap. You pour it on the record, and you lightly use 2 fingers to kind of spread it around until it gets a little bit sudsy. You rinse it off. You dry it. Let it air dry, and then you're good to go. Sometimes I will use that method for like super dirty records. Sometimes if a record is just too dirty and I don't want to risk, having like mud buildup, because what does dirt and liquid make? Mud. So you got to be careful with that when you're using the eyeglass cleaner method. When you're running it underneath the sink, you can have that dust and dirt kind of rinse off. But if it's something like this where it just has some fingerprints, a little bit of dust on it, you're okay. I have a couple more records that I can maybe go through. I've already kind of done the same thing through the majority of my dad's old records. Most of these are country. All of them are country. Like old 60s, 70s, and 80s country. I don't have any of my personal records that I can do it to. That thing back there is unsavable anyways. If you guys didn't watch my last video, for my birthday I'm going to be going to a record store. My birthday is going to be on a Wednesday, so I'm not going to do it on that Wednesday, but that next Saturday, I'll be going to a record store. And I might be getting some older vinyls, some newer vinyls. I don't know yet. I guess we'll have to find out and see. If you guys want to see more vinyl videos like this was a fun video to make. Just kind of showing you guys how I do this, because I don't do it like everybody else does. I know there are some people who will have these cleaning solutions. There's one that you can make with isopropyl alcohol and dish soap and water put into one. I think it's 25% dish liquid, 25% alcohol, and 50% water. You put those two together and you have another record cleaning solution. For me personally, I like the eyeglass cleaner because it can pick up some dirt, and the same thing will happen with the 25%, whatever, the one that I just mentioned. My brain is not working today. But similar thing will happen to that, but for me personally, I like eyeglass cleaner. It helps the best, in my opinion. But like I said, if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you guys let me know, because this was a fun video to make. There's some more records that I definitely need to go through and fix. This one was probably one of the worst ones out there. I mean, just this sleeve is just trash. I mean, it wasn't protecting anything, and then with it being broken like that, the record had actually fallen out a couple times. So I'll make sure to listen to the whole record, make sure that it's in pretty good condition, and yeah, so that is this kind of restoration of this record. I'll make sure to do a couple more videos like this because this was fun. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did like it, make sure you guys leave a like because it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, make sure you guys subscribe and share with your friends to spread the word about my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!